time, our executive principal, Mr. Peter Allen, would like to share a few words of welcome.
Good afternoon, honored guests. My name is Peter Lyles, and I am the executive principal of Alexandria City High School. On behalf of the staff and students at our 4 campuses of Alexandria City High School, I'd like to welcome you here today and congratulate you on your induction into the ACPS Athletic Hall of Fame Class of 2022. My team and I are so proud that once again, we have the distinct honor of being part of this event, where thanks to the support and efforts of a dedicated committee, we are able to induct 24 talented athletes, as well as 2 award-winning basketball teams today. As you know, the purpose of the Hall of Fame is to recognize and honor those ACPS athletes, coaches, teams, and supporters who excel in their respective sports or coaching support roles, and we hope to bring honor and recognition, distinction, and excellence to Alexandria City by their conduct both on and off the field or court of competition. This recognition helps maintain the spirit of pride and a sense of community, as well as serving as a historical account of the great athletic traditions of Alexandria City Public Schools. We look forward to continuing to nurture the next generation to follow in the footsteps of our Hall of Famers today. Today, you will learn how each of them made a difference as students and as adults in the lives of others. These stories of those individuals, either by themselves or on their teams, stand as testimony to the rich history that athletics play in the education of our students here at Alexandria City Public Schools. So to tell you more about what that means, I'd like to introduce the ACPS Chief of Teaching, Learning, and Leadership, Dr. Wendy Gonzalez.
Good afternoon. It indeed is a privilege to be a part of the ACPS Athletic Hall of Fame induction ceremony for our 2022 honorees. I would like to thank the Athletic Hall of Fame Committee, School Board, Athletic Department, and all the other wonderful people who helped make this event possible. Sending their congratulations to our inductees are our interim superintendent, Dr. Melanie K. Wyatt, and our school board vice chair, Jacinta Green, who were unable to be here today as they are attending a remembrance event in Alabama. As we honor our new Hall of Fame inductees, I am proud to say that they reflect the diversity within Alexandria City Public School Division. These men and women participated in various sports, including basketball, football, rowing, swimming, and track and field. These inductees have performed at an exceptionally high athletic level and have represented ACPS with high standards of leadership, citizenship, and character. The achievements of the Hall of Fame inductees provide us with a clear understanding as to why athletics is an important part of every education. The benefits of participating in high school sports reaches past just the physical health and wellness. Being active in sports can help young athletes develop leadership and teamwork skills, time management, accountability, and responsibility. Sports bring people together and can afford one the opportunity to shine. Sports can also provide an opportunity for mentorship. The athletes we honor here today represent who we are as a city and as a school division. Many of them went on to college, others went to the military, and others just went straight into successful careers. Some competed in the Olympics. Others co-founded founded a sports foundation to enhance the mental and physical health of our youth. And we even have an ACPS school named after one of our honorees, Naomi Lewis Brooks. All of our honorees serve as an inspiration to today's students to give their all to achieve their best. These inductees are truly role models who have helped pave the path for future generations to realize an equitable learning environment in our schools for all students on and off the playing field. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce the Honorable Megan Alderton, Chair of the Alexandria City School Board. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Gonzalez. Good afternoon, everyone. It is so good to see all these wonderful faces today. There are various events that happen throughout any school year. This is one of the most exciting events every year. So again, thank you for being here and joining in the excitement. Thank you for inviting me here today to be a part of the 2022 ACPS Athletic Hall of Fame induction ceremony, and for all of the hard work that has gone into preparing this event. I'm not sure everybody knows the extent, maybe Mark Eisenhower does, but the extent and the amount of the work that goes into this event. So thank you all. I will take a moment to acknowledge other elected officials in the room. So I'm going by who I see. So first and foremost, I'd like to welcome Ms. Amy Jackson, who is our Vice Mayor. I see Mr. Abdel Al-Nudi, who is one of our school board members. And I don't see anyone else, but if you are here, speak now or forever hold your peace. Okay, I think I got everybody. Thank you all for being here today as well. Since its inception in 2014, the Hall of Fame has selected 75 athletes and coaches in 4 teams. Now, the 2022 class adds to those numbers 24 individual athletes, 4 coaches, and 2 teams. When the Alexandria City School Board first formed the Athletic Hall of Fame Advisory Committee in February of 2014, it came in response to numerous requests to memorialize student athletes and to inspire current students to strive for excellence. Over the years, the Hall's nominees have come to include individual ACPS athletes, coaches, teams, and friends of Alexandria City Public Schools. The newest members have performed at the high standards exemplified by those ushered into the Hall of Fame before them. Through their participation in sports, these athletes contributed to the integrity, promotion, and growth of athletics at the high school level. As the inductees are remembered for their contributions with a Hall of Fame plaque on the campus of Alexandria City High School, it is their achievements and the inspiration they provide for today's students that we will be grateful for always. So thank you again for joining us today, for continuing to give us reasons to stay inspired as a community, and for continuing to inspire the future generations of Alexandria City Public School students. I look forward to honoring all of you today. Thank you.
Okay, at this time, and I didn't introduce myself before. My name is Mark Eisenhower from the committee. And at this time, I'd like to recognize recognize members of the Hall of Fame Committee, led by our chair, Mr. Alexandria Johnson. And with the other members that are present today, please stand to be recognized. Over the past year, this group of volunteers reviewed a large number of nominations and voted to induct 26 new members of these two teams into the Hall of Fame. We will begin by introducing the inductee or representative and share their accomplishments that are included in your program. After everyone has been recognized and has received their plaque, we will transition, led by the inductees, to the plaza just outside the doors. Outside, a temporary display of the plaques will be permanently installed in the Hall of Fame will be unveiled. Afterwards, there will be plenty of time for pictures and conversation with the class of 2022. Let us begin.
Two, left backwards, march.
Kilpatrick is accepting on behalf of the 1945 George Washington High School basketball team.
Nice. 1945, George Washington boys basketball. In the long history of GW basketball, the 1945 team has the distinction of being the only team from the school to garner a state championship. Led by Coach Braxton Duran, a longtime fixture in the Alexandria athletics. The 1945 Prexies defeated Thomas Jefferson of Richmond by a score of 44-38 to capture the state title. On the court, the team was led by all-net guard Buzzy Brown, Huck Thomas, Dave Rice, and Moody Harbaugh.
1977 T.C. William boys basketball team, Clarence Grant.
'Selected by Max Preps as the greatest Virginia high school basketball team of all time, the 1977 Titans were truly dominant. Led by All-State guard Fred Harris, the team finished 28-0 in a season that culminated in a 95-63 victory over William Fleming in the state championship, as well as the #1 ranking among area teams as selected by the Washington Post. Coach Mike Vincent's squad averaged an astounding 84 points a game and had 3 players, Harris, George Richardson, and Willie Jackson, who averaged over 15 points a game. And now we'll meet a few more of the players.
Greg Harris. Albert Holloway. Frank Holloway Jr. will be accepted on behalf of his father, Frank Holloway Sr., with his sister. Lawrence Miller. Douglas Preston. George Richardson.
group gets ready, I do want to recognize the other two student representatives of the school board who are assisting us today, Ms. Emily Milton and Zara Rahimi.
Mr. Fred Borcho.
A four-year member of the T.C. Williams crew, including 2 years in the varsity A, Fred began his running career with the Northern Virginia Championship for his school. During the summers of 1971 and 72, he was a member of the junior national rowing team that competed at the Junior World Championships, finishing as high as fifth during that time. After high school, he competed for Rutgers University and made the first of 3 Olympic teams in 1976. After finishing 11th in Montreal and the boycott in 1980, Fred earned a silver medal in Los Angeles at the 1984 Olympics. A 7-time member of the U.S. national team, he won a silver medal in 1981 and a bronze medal in 1982. In 1975 and 80, Fred won the Henley World Regatta as a member of a 4 and a pair, respectively. In 1996, Fred was inducted into the Rutgers Athletic Hall of Fame.
Miss Yolanda Brown.
Yolanda excelled at both the hurdles and the long jump during her high school career. Earning an honorable mention All-Met in both events, as well as solo relays, Miss Brown won her first Virginia State Championship in 1992 in the 4x200 relay. In 1993, she won the Virginia State Championship in the 55-meter hurdles and the 4x200 relay. Finally, in 1994, she was Virginia State champion in both the long jump and the 55-meter hurdles. In addition to her victories at the state level, Yolanda won multiple championships at both the regional and district level in the hurdles, long jump, and as a member of the 4x4 relay team.
James Roby will be accepting on behalf of DRCD Campbell.
A dual sport athlete at GW, Dee finished second in the state as a member of the basketball team. This is in 1944. He began rowing at the Old Dominion Boat Club in 47 and coaching the Hammond Boys program in 1959 before taking over the T.C. Williams Girls program in 1975. During his tenure, the girls varsity 8 won 5 Pillsbury Cups, and State 8 won the event so often that the JV race is now known as the D. Campbell Cup. He also led the girls program to 9 national championships, several Canadian national championships, and the finals of the Royal Henley Regatta in 1998. Dee was named All-Met Coach of the Year 3 times and honored by other organizations, including the Alexandria Sportsman's Club. The girls program is consistently ranked first or second in North America and recognized as the top girls program on the East Coast. His rowers have competed for collegiate programs and for the U.S. at the Olympics. Soon after his retirement, the ACPS rowing facility was named in his honor.
Miss Lisa Diggs Moore.
After serving as captain of the T.C. Williams girls track team in 1980-81, Lisa became the first female track athlete from the school to receive a full track scholarship. Her high school She was also a member of the 4x100 relay team that won the Virginia State Championship in '81 and '82. During her college career at James Madison, she competed in the hurdles all 4 years and ended her career as a head captain.
Miss Sherri Funn.
Sherri excelled at track and field for GC, earning MVP honors between 1976 and '78 and winning district championships in the 100 dash and 440-yard relay. After high school, Ms. Funn attended George Mason University, where she broke the U.S. collegiate record in the 60-meter dash. Performer at Virginia Tech Moving Company Invitation. The first female All-American for GMU, she earned that honor for 2 consecutive years. During that time, she won several titles at the Navy Invitational, Princeton Relays, Mason-Dixon Conference, and the Virginia AIAW Championships. She also set multiple school records and held the unofficial U.S. record in the 60-meter dash. She was honored by her achievements by the Alexandria Olympic Boys Club, and in 1991, she was inducted into the George Mason Athletic Hall of Fame.
Mr. Robert Garda.
A three-sport star, Robert Garda excelled in football, basketball, and track, winning 9 varsity titles. During his career at UW, he was named first team All-State as well as first team All-Met in both football and basketball. He also finished second in the 1957 Virginia State Track Championship in the low hurdles. Co-valedictorian of the UW class in 1957, Bob went on to Duke University, where he played on the football team for 4 years, including as a starter on the 1961 team that won the Cotton Bowl. After graduating, flight captain from Duke University, he earned an MBA from Harvard University and went on to a successful career in the business and marketing field.
Miss Janet Barnett is accepting on behalf of Mr. Joe Hensley.
During his high school career, Joe Hensley was one of the top basketball players in the country. His junior year, he scored 486 points, ranking him second leading scorer in the nation. He was the first team All-Met selection both his junior and senior years on GW teams that finished 21-3 and 21-7. In addition to basketball, he also learned in football, baseball, and track before moving on to American University, where he starred for their basketball team. After college, he returned to Alexandria and was an integral part of the community, mentoring youth in his role as the City of Alexandria Director of Recreation, Parks, and Cultural Activities. Hensley Park on Eisenhower Avenue is named in his honor.
Miss Kathy James Lord.
Kathy distinguished herself with a 4-year career where she was a valued member of the school's competitive special team. Her skill and enthusiasm earned her a Spirit Award at both junior varsity and varsity levels. After high school, she took her talents to West Virginia University, where she was a member of the cheerleading squad. Kathy returned to Alexandria and served as a coach for the Alexandria Recreation Department, while also coaching cheerleading and specialty performance squad at her alma mater. When she was selected to cheer professionally for the Baltimore Ravens in the NFL. We will be on the top of it. It's Kathy Gordon.
Mr. John Johnson.
During his junior and senior track seasons, John captured 3 Virginia State Hurdles championships, along with 1 second-place finish. In the process, he established new Virginia high school records in the 180-yard, 120-yard, and 60-yard high hurdles. He set national high school records in the 50-yard high and low hurdles. After high school, he accepted a full track scholarship to the University of Tennessee, where he was a 4-year veteran, competing on the 1974 Volunteers team that won the NCAA championship.
Now I'm going to need everybody to get as loud as possible for the one and only Coach Rodney Johnson.
Outstanding athlete, coach, and teacher for T.C. Williams/Tennessee High School. Rodney excelled in the shot put and on the field as a member of the football team. In the shot put, Mr. Johnson holds both the indoor and outdoor school record in the event. In 1997, he was named All-Met, set both district and region records, and won the 1997 Virginia State title with a record throw of 65 feet. Lasted for 14 years. At the collegiate level, Rodney holds the Hampton University record in shot put, was named the USA Track and Field Junior All-American as a freshman, won the MEAC Championship in 2000, and set the conference record. Rodney also played 4 years of varsity football in high school and continued his football career at Hampton, where he won the MEAC Conference Championship in 1998. Now, most important, now a coach and teacher for the Titans, Mr. Johnson has coached 14 Virginia State champions.
Mr. Harvey Boltwood will be accepting on behalf of Mr. Bobby Jones.
The first in a long line of great middle distance runners from Alexandria, Bobby Jones was dominant during the 1948 and 49 seasons. He was both indoor and outdoor Virginia State champion in the half mile and mile run, both his junior and senior years. In 1949, he won the national indoor mile title at Madison Square Garden in a then record time of 4:26. He won the conference championship in the 1,000-yard run, clocking a time of 2:17.5. After his track career ended, he went on to serve his country for the 30-year career in the United States Navy, where he retired at the rank of commander.
Miss Missy Kilpatrick.
Missy competed for TC in indoor track, outdoor track, and cross country. In 1990, she received All-Met recognition as a middle distance runner, and in 1991 as a distance runner. Her individual accomplishments include a second-place finish at the 1991 Virginia Indoor Championships her senior year. She also earned Virginia State Championships, both indoors and outdoors, as well as a third-place finish in the Championship of America at the Penn Relays. After high school, she competed in track hockey cross country at the University of Virginia for 2 years, and earned her degree in 1995, followed by a master's degree in physical therapy from the Medical College of Virginia. Missy Kilpatrick.
General Leo Brooks and daughter Marquita Brooks are accepting on behalf of the late Naomi Lewis.
Ms. Brooks played center on the Parker Gray basketball team that was only allowed to compete against other public schools at the time. She scored 22 points in one game, remaining a school record until Parker Gray closed in 1965. She also played field hockey, volleyball, and captain ball, the passing game, a ball passing game. And she also competed in basketball for Oakland Baptist Church. After graduating from Virginia State with a degree in elementary education, Naomi taught at Charles Houston and Fort Kelly Elementary Schools in Alexandria. She also taught in Fairfax County at Lynbrook Elementary and at the secondary and collegiate levels while on military relocation. In the summer of 2021, Maury Elementary was renamed in her honor.
Mr. Josephus Lyles. Josephus Lyles.
Josephus won his first state and national title as a sophomore and won a gold medal in the 4x400 relay at the IAAF World Under-20 Championships. As a junior, he added 2 more state championships, 3 gold medals at the Caribbean Scholastic Championships, and another national title and 2 medals at the IAAF World Under-18 Championships. Josephus capped off his high school career with a national title in the 60-meter dash and set an under-20 gold record in the 4x400. He got a full academic scholarship to attend the University of Florida. Josephus turned pro with the D's. More titles and a top 10 world ranking in both the 200 and 400 meters highlighted the next few years. Off the track, he co-founded the Lyles Brothers Sports Foundation, a 501c3 nonprofit created to enhance the mental and physical health and wellness of youth, and has donated over $100,000 in Adidas sports attire to local high school athletic teams, including Alexandria City High School.
Mr. Noah Lyles.
Noah began winning titles and medaling at the Youth Olympic Games as a sophomore. In 2015, he added 2 state titles, a gold medal at the Pan Am Juniors, 2 gold medals at the U.S. Juniors, and a U.S. record in the 200 meters. Included a 120 gold medal, another national record, and a 4th place finish in the Olympic trials. At the time, though, he was wearing his TC singlet during those Olympic trials. A world record of 31.87 in 300 meters followed in 2017. Lyles Championship in the 100 meters and the 2018 Jesse Owens Award highlighted the beginning of his professional career. More recently, a dynamic championship in 2 events, World Championship, Olympic bronze medal, and the 3rd fastest 200-meter time in history. And that time of 19.31 cemented his worldwide dominance in that event. Just like his brother, off the track, he co-founded the Lyles Brothers Sports Foundation, a 501c3 nonprofit created to enhance the mental and physical health and wellness of youth, and has donated over $100,000 in Adidas sports attire to local schools, including Alexandria City.
Miss Shirley Marshall Lee.
Shirley Marshall Lee competed in swimming, soccer, baseball, and cheerleading for Harvard Gray. Shortly after graduation, she began scuba diving in 1959 and became a charter member of the National Association of Black Scuba Divers. Over the course of her 40-year diving career, she completed over 1,000 dives and won national and international awards. In 1993, she helped put a 2,700-pound memorial at the wreckage site of the Henrietta Marie, a slave ship that sunk off the southern tip of Florida. As a member of Diving with a Purpose, a group of African-American divers, she located and documented slave wrecks in collaboration with George Washington University and the National Museum of African American. She was inducted into the NABS Hall of Fame, and in 2012, she was inducted into the Alexandria African American Hall of Fame.
Miss Marie McKeon Zach.
A two-sport athlete, Marie finished her 4-year varsity career as the school's all-time leading scorer, having also been named team MVP and all-district all 4 seasons. In field hockey, she was selected as a team MVP twice and was named Regional Player of the Year in 1982. At Portland State University, she was a 3-time All-American selection and led her team to a Division I Final Four appearance. She coached both field hockey and soccer at TC, competed at college for the Northern Virginia Majestics, and on some over 40 and over 50 teams, winning multiple national championships.
Miss Lucretia Murphy and Miss Rashonda Grimes will be accepting on behalf of their uncle, Barry Mountain.
A track standout at TC, Barry finished 3rd in the 440 at the 1979 Virginia State Championships, turning in a school record time of 49.04. In the same meet, he went on to team with fellow Hall of Famers Mike Clancy, Dwight Stevens, and Ricky Garcia to record another record time of 10:15.4 in winning the distance medley. He was named to the 1979 Virginia All-State Indoor Team in the 300 and the Outdoor Team in the 440-yard dash. Following graduation, he attended Western Kentucky University on a track scholarship. Mr. Barry Mountain.
Stephanie O'Toole Whalen.
All-around athletes who earned 9 varsity letters, Stephanie was named to the all-district team in field hockey, basketball, and softball. A member of the first TC softball team to win the district title in 1989, she was also named TC Athlete of the Year for the Sportsman's Club Softball Player of the Year and the Journal Newspaper's All-Regional Team in 1990. At Lycoming College, she played field hockey and softball before returning to the area and becoming head coach at Jeff Stewart High School and later Yorktown High School. In the community, she launched Bikes for Kites to provide bikes to underprivileged children, received the WJLA Toyota Working Woman of the Year Award in 2001, the AOL Unilever Chief Everything Officer Award in 2006, and since 2018, she has served as the president of the Union Labor Life Insurance Company.
Mr. Lydell Scott.
The leading rusher on the 1987 Titan State Championship football team, Lydell garnered practically every available accolade for his performance during the 87 season. He rushed for 1,868 yards and scored 27 touchdowns. He was never held to under 100 rushing yards per game and had a top performance of 212 yards. He was the first team All-Met as well as the first team All-State, in addition to being the Washington Post and Virginia State Offensive Player of the Year. Yes. He attended Lynchburg College and was selected to play in the 1988 East-West game. Lydell Scott.
Mr. Carl Turner.
A standout on both the football field and the basketball court. Carl rushed for 21 touchdowns as a junior and led the state in scoring. Selected as a preseason All-American, he was also an All-Met and All-State selection and was named MVP of the East-West All-Star Game. He finished high school as the Titans' all-time leading scorer. In basketball, he played 3 seasons on varsity, earning his District Player of the Year honors as a senior. Mr. Carl Turner.
Mr. Ezra Worley.
An outstanding track and football player, Ezra received all-Met honors in both indoor and outdoor track in both 1991 and 92 as a triple jumper with a career best leap of 48.9.5. He was a 2-time state runner-up in the event. He was also a 3-year starter quarterback of the Titans football team and was a first-team All-District selection in 1991. He attended Glenn Junior College where he was first-team All-Conference and first-team NJCAA before transferring to Northwest Missouri State, where he was named first-team All-Conference in 1994 and 95. He concluded his football career playing 1 season for the New England Seawolves of the Arena Football League. Mr. Ezra Worley.
Mr. Andre Briscoe will be accepting on behalf of his brother Eric Williamson.
A 3-year varsity starter for the Titans soccer team, Eric received first-team All-America honors in recognition of his performance leading his team to district, regional, and Virginia State championships in 2014. Eric went on to play for the University of Maryland, where he was named third-team All-America in 2017, in addition to being selected to the All-Midwest Region Second Team and as Big Ten Midfielder of the Year. In 2016, he was an All-Big Ten First Team selection and chosen to represent the United States on the Under-20 national team. Eric has now gone on to play professionally for the Portland Timbers of Major League Soccer.
And finally, we have Mr. Lee Duncan, who will be accepting on behalf of Doug Yates.
Named to the Washington Post All-Met and Virginia All-State basketball teams of both 54 and 55, Doug Yates led GW to Virginia State semifinal game his senior year. He was second in the state in scoring, averaging 20 points a game his senior year on a team that finished 15 and 5. In the spring, Doug competed in the 2 and 4 mile relays for the track team. After high school, Doug accepted a basketball scholarship to Vanderbilt University. In 1999, he was selected by Alexandria Sportsman's Club as one of the city's 100 greatest athletes of all time.